Is this your king? Sorry.
I'm out.
That was bad. They might as well fight in the parking lot. You know, let's just really just
Hey, we gotta fight now. Everybody equally did.
I was rooting for you. We all were rooting for you.
Okay. Last week on Insecure. It was Molly's episode.
Get serious.
I like the glasses. Now we're ready. Get to work. Molly's episode.
Oh yeah, Molly went to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
No, Hawaii.
Mexico. And she gave us all the vacation vibes that
We were looking up resorts by the end of the episode.
a whole ready to pack a suitcase.
It was like the views of like the movie Just Go With It, but with black people or with her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a black person. And some Asian people.
This is probably the episode with the least black people of like the series.
With the what?
Least black people of like the series.
Oh yeah. It was just her. And it was anxious because I was like, but she's alone. I felt like she was with her man, but I was like, she's alone.
Who's gonna take care of her? And by the end, we were still feeling that even more. Like,
even more. I said at the end of the last episode. Oh wait, what happened in the episode? There's this conflict between and everybody, but I'm on Molly's side for the first time in a very long time. Oh, 100%. I kind of think it's good that this happened because it like. I don't know. It kind of humanizes Molly a little bit more because this whole season, everybody's been dogging her. Mm-hmm. So it was a chance to be on her side. I bet her Twitter, she probably felt really good about that. But basically,
now what, y'all?
Period. They're like, don't get comfortable. Do that. But what ended up happening was this towel lady was giving her a hard time. It has happened to everybody where they're just like trying to get extra verification on who are you? Do you live in this house? Do you live in this subdivision? Are you staying in this hotel? Can I see your card? What room? Type shit. Do that with like some white people who came before. She just gave them the towel. And yeah, she wasn't backing down. I didn't feel that she needed to, because I'm a talk to the manager type person because you're being rude. But yeah,
I didn't feel like she needed to at all. But what I will say is I was mad that she had to do that because it ruined the vacation vibes. It was just like, could let this go and we could pretend everything is okay for the rest of the day kind of thing. Or I could bring it up, deal with it, do what I have every right to do, but now it's going to ruin my time.
Yeah. And the thing is, I feel like these things happen. I feel like she would have not had her time ruined the entire trip if it wouldn't have been like say her soon-to-be brother-in-law, I don't know, say her dude's brother didn't walk up and like kind of like, you know, like show his ID and get the thing, because you could tell he's looking at her like, oh, she's tripping already. Mm-hmm. And like, we already talked, we don't like this type of person. Yeah, he basically like gave a little ID thing, and then what did he say, like try to have like a provocative conversation in the pool, like he tried to provoke her, and was like, oh, now we're getting somewhere, which I don't know why when people get
like, oh, did I trigger something?
Like, oh yeah, did I trigger something? Those are fighting words.
Whoa.
Trigger my fist out your jaw.
Or did he say, did I hit a nerve or something like that?
Or trigger something. He said fighting words to me.
Mm-hmm. And I was just glad that when she was like, get your brother, that he got his brother.
Yeah. Also, I think it brought up, I think it was like a necessary conflict, because like when you're in like an interracial relationship, there always comes a point, whether you bring it up on your own because you've done it before, or a situation brings it up, but you have to talk about like your stances on certain things, and just like, it's best to see it in an example. So I'd rather like the world trigger it, the conversation. But like I just think it is gonna lead to them having necessary conversations or a necessary like conflict of like we can move forward or we can not, because it's gonna come up at some point of just them being together because it's him being with a Black woman and then her being with somebody who's not of her race but also a person of color, Black, and that has to be talked about as well. I thought it was cool because I haven't really seen that in TV.
Sometimes like Black and white relationships are talked about a lot, but the a million other dynamics aren't talked about. And so, but they're still not like just easy fits. Like there's still cultural.
That's exactly what I mean. I don't see that talked about, and so I thought it was really cool. And I wonder what like conversations that are brought up between like couples or like families.
Yeah, because we have
people go through entire relationships, have whole children, and still don't have those conversations, and they're just kind of hoping they like weave between and hope it doesn't happen. So I don't know. I want to see how Molly handles that.
So then she talked to her therapist. We are very happy she's going back to therapy.
Happy.
We kind of skipped over the whole beginning of the episode, but kind of just like there were little bits of Issa. There were just like a little bits of Issa, like when he called Nathan and Issa was there. And then
you hear her voice in the background. I don't know why. I was like, okay.
And then Molly is all up in her feelings. Like, of course she back to him. And then Andrew had to be like, first of all, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like
he was really going through it. Does Issa know? I saw a hint of that's my friend.
And then like he was looking at her like, and that's also not your business, and it's not my business, and she not here. And I'm
I like him in her life.
He was looking. I'm mad you made me have to have this conversation with you, but I had to. Yeah, and
I really like him for her. I like him for me too, but I like him for her.
And then the end of the episode comes, and they're in the airport. She sees Lawerence, and the way she approaches Lawerence, I don't know why. Just don't think that they're friends. And because
they did all go to college together.
I get it, but she just be feeling phony whenever he around. Maybe because she be judging Issa so much on how Issa should or shouldn't interact with him.
Yeah. She doesn't want Issa to get with him, and in her mind, you can only do that if you're having conversations. That equals bed.
Right. So then she's like talking to him or whatever, and then he just got back from a trip to like Fresno or whatever.
She's like,
and, he's on the phone and he's like, hey, wanted to catch up with you. And then we see the previews and we're realizing it's probably Issa. And I saw some screen caps from this episode and I'm thinking they're hanging out. And so
excited.
Let's get into it. This episode might really stress me out now. If it's them two the whole episode, it's choked on the altar.
Good.
Oh, she walked up in there like it's a date.
That's so Issa. She's gorgeous. She's stunning. She's on the floor.
She was so cute though. Like that red, I can't.
Oh, yeah. She was a knockout because my jaw dropped. I was like,
I could not believe she walked in there like Condola. I'm be honest.
Ooh, that's a bad word around here.
It is. She gonna fight me for that.
Not my drink anymore, actually. What? Since when?
That's not my drink anymore. You don't know me.
I'm sorry, but that's such a flex to me.
It is. It is.
I'm so proud of her for holding him like that.
Yeah. Don't text me. Tell her straight to my face.
No!
Stop. Not with that coat on.
I can tell already that.
Tell me why my messy self is so into it.
I'm just gonna have to let it go and enjoy this little cute little thing or else my heart will just be like this.
On the edge.
I can't.
To be like me, forgetful. I'm kidding. Don't be like me. I'd be like, that happened? He did that?
They both did bad things to each other, Joy.
Yeah. He dogged him. And he's still taking her out and talking about he changed. But also, he was a bum.
He was a bum. I could forgive a lot of things, but you being a bum by choice, I can't.
But now he smelled good and he got a nice coat and he's interviewing. He said he went to Fresno.
Frisco. I think he said Frisco.
Oh, I tried. Yeah, I bought a ring.
The light's about to change. Do it now.
Don't play with that. No, I'm not ready for this. I didn't think this was gonna happen. You can't write this kind of stuff. This happened to somebody in the writer's room. This happened to somebody. You can't write this.
I just screamed like I screamed.
She said the light's about to change. Do it now. And then she's like, "You have to get married."
Did she know he bought a ring? I don't think she knew.
Wait, no. Wait, what? You think he planned this?
No, he was saying like I bought a ring and everything, and he's talking about the past. I'm gonna go back.
Wait, I don't think she knows, which is why I was like, don't play me. Like, because he was acting like he was never gonna marry her. Do it now, nigga. Oh wait, why do mamas put a K in nigga?
Nigga, why was she was being so nice and sweet, and then nigga do it now.
Because if you don't do it now, you ain't never gonna do it. I know you're kind. That just tells me so much about her marriage. She forced that whole thing. She forced it. Charles did not want to get married. Charles was a Rolling Stone.
She said it's the best thing I ever did. Man.
Charles too. Charles will tell you. Charles just be like, listen. Charles is quiet. You know what I'm talking about. He's just quiet. It's the best thing I ever did. Meanwhile, when he was younger, he was probably like, she's really forcing me. She gave her husband an ultimatum.
She bought the ring.
I was about to say she bought the ring. She
put it on her finger. Woke up like, oh my God, Charles! That's a tip, ladies. You want your man to propose? Do it just like that. Put it on your ring.
But does he never say, like, is he supposed to think that either, one, you're crazy, you put it on yourself, two, no, that's it. No, somebody broke it and put a ring on you? What?
No. He's fully aware he's being forced into this, but now he just does not have no out. Like, like if he likes you even a little bit, crazy. He already knows you didn't just get this crazy overnight. You've done crazy things before. All crazy ladies watching this know that they know I'm right. We're not doing tiptoe stuff. What are we doing? Oh my God.
We go together. This is confusing for a person like me. Me too. Let me stop. Don't put this out in the atmosphere, but we ain't walking on eggshells no more. Me calling all my friends in the bathroom. So I have a boyfriend. I can't explain now, and I can't leave him waiting because I haven't had a man in a long time, but I have a boyfriend. You gotta ask me. We not walking on eggshells no more. We go together.
That means we're together, right? Because I walk on eggshells with everyone who's not my man. So,
fact. Next day, I'm like, you want to twist my hair?
We about to be kissing in public. Next thing I know, like that's what not
literally. If you say ain't no more walking on eggshells, I'm gonna grab your hand and start skipping because they're always taller than me. So,
that's what that means to me. I don't know, like. Disclaimer, man, don't say that to me if you're not ready to be your girl.
Say that to me if we go together.
That's it.
That was smooth. I'm sorry, he stole my heart when he said that. Ain't no walking on eggshells. I love when dudes do that thing.
I think he just got me. He just wrapped me in.
Yeah, I'm Team Lawerence. Is this what Team Lawerence is? Team Lawerence 2.0.
I'm team I don't hate Lawerence anymore. Like, we cool.
You're so funny. Lawerence is really capturing my heart with this way thing that he does when he talks.
So this propaganda.
It is. It's only the first 8 minutes, and I'm like, I love him. I know this man. Go with him. I've never looked at his face this much before. Suddenly, he's looking better.
ever. Who wrote this
Period.
episode? Who wrote this episode?
His lips are looking pinker than normal. I don't know. It's propaganda for real.
We not walking on eggshells tonight. What are we doing tonight?
He did with the shoulders thing too. We not walking on eggshells tonight.
What? Where are we walking on? What are we walking on? Water? I can't.
Like Cloud9, clearly.
Listen, let me go. She can make him pay for stuff, and he can actually pay for it.
Thank you, George.
Condola really pushed this man into.
That's why I'm I know this from not this from experience, but you keep talking up stuff that people were never thinking, and then they start thinking like, you know what? Let's find out. Wow.
Condola's sitting at home sick. Maybe not, but she's sick.
She's sick.
Daniel. Or could it have been?
I mean, it had to be us. I don't really think it needed to. I think, why do boys do this?
Girls do it too.
I don't.
I've never been in this situation, but
I be in therapy. I deal with stuff by myself. I'm for real. I deal with stuff by myself. I just think like, what if the person died and you never got closure from them because they're dead? And so I treat them like they're dead.
so they dead to me.
No way. If they dead to me, there's no way to get closure from them because they're dead. He was truly depressed. I'm probably that you can what?
Snapped you right out of Team Lawrence, didn't it?
Yeah, you see my cat.
The cat said.
You just realize you ain't shit. Niggas around the world felt that.
They all clapped. They stood in their bedrooms with their small TVs and clapped.
They on the couch. They got a futon. They're on futons. Futons stink. The futons don't ever turn into a couch because it's always in the bed position. Anytime I hear, I'm like, some bullshit's about to come out of niggas' mouth. Something. He did it all.
Delivered.
You just realized you wasn't shit, huh?
Like, she was being so gentle with him when he said his issue.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, stop babying these grown people. They're adults. We baby them emotionally.
Basically, he said, let's not walk on eggshells just so he could be mean to her.
Yeah. And look at it. I'm telling you, this man ain't never been cute until this episode.
What did they do? Where did they get him?
I'm like, he's an acting genius. He carried the energy of just brokenness for so long that I'm just now finding him attractive. Genius. Actor. What TV screen people get?
What is the head tilt? What is it about it that, yeah?
Oh, it's cocky. Oh, I love black men.
I love it.
I can't wait to go outside.
No, my girl.
So they kept dating, is what you're telling me.
He probably meeting up to talk with all these girls to get a lot off his chest.
This face that Issa has right now says it all. If you don't go, I'm with my nigga.
That's not the nigga you want to walk up either. Nathan,
No.
Nathan would have been nice. Seeing this nigga, no.
Intersect with the dab. Hey, bro, friend, brother.
Lawerence, no, they had sex immediately.
He does, because Issa was like, no, this is not according to my brand.
Jesus, please, nigga, stop.
He's awful. I hate him. He's the worst.
We used to get it in.
But yo, I work TSA. Nobody asked you that. Ain't nobody asked you that.
He did not ask for your profession.
He did not ask. He's the perfect. He's who everybody wants. This is, oh my God, this is putting up a false narrative of the next dude. They're like, it's okay. She gonna have a TSA baby after B.
Because you didn't have to call me here. I was fine where I was at.
I wanted to stay.
Oh, that's not what I wanted you to say, sis.
That Lawerence Condola, this new love triangle, very confusing. I don't like it.
It wasn't a love triangle until now. Let out all your feels. Let them all out. What are your thoughts, feelings?
If I don't sound ridiculous, but it's so much easier for me to root for these things in other people's lives. If they did get together or got together, I'm fine. I'm really happy right now. I don't want to rush it. I think it's really realistic that like the Condola situation, like he's still talking to other people, and it's like balancing that, like the prioritizing her. I don't know. I don't know how to say it without sounding like weird, but like I feel like I don't know. Usually, when you enter some new situation, you still have like other situations. At least I do. So I recognize the like feeling of like, nah, I'm just not gonna answer because you're like with this other person and they're special too. But then you also are looking like, but I do want to call them back. I don't know. Eventually, who stays and who doesn't, and that's just like I don't really. There's no need to like really dwell on that in my mind because it's not like a competition. But I don't know. I just really want to see what happens.
Yeah, this brought an element that I really did not think. I thought that it was gonna possibly allude to her and Lawerence a bit throughout the season, but I didn't really think.
I didn't think they were gonna. I'm actually happy that they talked about it. I don't know. Maybe just because, like, you know, me and my therapist been talking about. Though she wanted me to reach out to like a bunch of people. I don't know. I told you this. I told you this. Like literally, there's like basically to like ask what their experience was like dating me, like get a review on myself. And I was like, I can't get reviews on people who are dead. This was yeah, because I told you that's why I was saying that because that's what I said to her. I said that in my search. I was like, how are you gonna talk to the dead? How? They're dead.
I completely agree.
And I literally, I just feel like if they die tomorrow, I can't get closure. I feel like I have closure. I don't know, but whatever. It's just it was interesting that they did that, and I'm just like, my therapist tells people to do that. You don't have to listen to it. Clearly, I didn't listen. I didn't do it. I'm just saying. I thought that was really interesting. I'm like, oh, maybe this is what she thinks will happen, but it won't.
I feel like that. I feel like my therapist was at home watching this, like.
I hope Joy is watching. And I'm just like, but it won't. It's just going to be me on my screen. I don't know why I'm talking to a dead man.
Usually, so like what I'll do is like, there's always like this little bit of communication left, like right when me and somebody break up. And then we end up having a conversation that's similar to this, but it's still so fresh that
soon?
Because I know I'm never going to speak to you again. And
oh yeah, you cut off.
So I'd be like, all right, let's do it. But it'd be like, let's get ready to rumble.
Oh my God.
And so like now I
like gloves off.
Like now I know I had to do this recently. I had to do this like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like it was the most mature one I've had yet, where it was just like, this is how I feel, and it was just like, okay, goodbye, I will never speak to you again. And so like I can relate to needing to have that conversation, but I can't relate to needing to have it that far out, like just be over it.
And I'm the opposite of like, I have to wait, which is why like I'm not saying I'm going to, because I really don't know what I'll do, and I'm leaning more towards I'm not going to do anything. But like I process things later, and I'm more apt to having a better conversation, honestly, years down the line. I don't even think how far are Issa and Lawerence? I'm like, they're not even 3 years out.
It's just 1 year, and I'm like, I too like
4 minimum. It was 9 years.
Like I know for a fact I can have a better conversation and more where I can see all angles of it later down the line. But at that point, I've already healed this part of myself. And do I need to bring you back into the situation to go through this? Why? No, I say all that to say I was definitely an outsider looking in. Like I could not relate to this episode at all.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were talking about this show.
But I could not relate to this episode at all. That's why I just kept being like, I cannot believe this.
I could relate to it, but I couldn't relate to it turning into a romantic situation in the end. Because if in that part, I really do leave situations. Like, I don't know. I've never liked anybody twice. So,
say that.
So I'm just like, I don't really know, but
say that. Like, here's the thing. I know I might like you twice, but I could never get past whatever
a lot
happened.
of pride.
I could
Yeah.
never get past whatever happened to allow me to let you know that I like you. It's not gonna happen. And so the moment she's
I think you allow yourself to fall and all of that, and that's when there's pros and cons to having a lot of pride. That's why I didn't have a problem saying like pride to have you sleeping by yourself, because sometimes pride to have you sleeping by yourself, but also sometimes they need to have you sleeping by yourself. So there's pros and cons to it.
There's never been a night where I'm like, dang, some bad thing came out of me being in my own bed by myself last night. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
No. But sometimes I be like, I should have just did something. And I'm like, oh, but out of pride, I have.
I don't know. I trust my pride so much. I have gotten to the point where I am checking my pride the older I get, but not in situations like this.
You'd be hilarious at 80. I'm telling you, man.
Not in risky situations. But yeah, so when she turned, it was like, what if I want to stay? What if he says no? What if?
But that was such a juicy, like, bro. I felt like I was in a romance movie then, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. You always want the right person to say something like that, but unfortunately, it's always the Asian ass niggas who say something like that.
Hello?
My dumb ass don't know how to balance temptation, so I just be like, well.
Walking in the rain.
What if I wanted to stay? I'd be like, do niggas want us to say this? And then I don't say nothing because I got pride.
Now that I have all of my angry feelings out about them in their situation, I think I'm going to rewatch the episode and just watch it as I've never met these characters before. It's a movie and they're just jumping on screen. It's a Netflix.
Oh, it'll be so beautiful.
Yes.
That's why I kept going like, I want them to get married. I want this to happen. Oh my God. It was really good. Who directed this? Because somebody new came in. This was great.
Natasha Kelly, I think she wrote it. I think Kelly wrote this episode.
I think she needs to do a romance movie.
I think she does because they had us in the first half. They had us in the first half because
they had several points throughout. Oh my gosh,
when he said,
knocked my stomach.
Sitting at the table, he said, "Oh yeah,
you feel real." Oh. I was like, let me outside. I need to go outside. Where are they at?
Walking on eggshells tonight. What we walking on? Sunshine? We walking
on immediately. Oh.
Walking on sunshine. Ah. Like, I cannot.
I'm telling you, I'm going to grab your hand. We go together now. I'm telling you. That's the moment when I call you joy. I have a boyfriend.
And then you would have been like, he said, and I would have been like, go get your man. Go get your man.
Is he out there by himself? He cold.
The beginning half of this episode was the playbook on how to become my man in 25 minutes.
Except for, and then watch this back for notes, because there were several things that made me cringe. The whole pretend leaving me thing, that hurt my feelings.
I would have called an Uber so fast. My trigger finger for that Uber be quick. I'd have been.
Yeah.
When he turned around, I'd have been.
I'm telling you what really would have happened, and it's funny. What really would have happened is, yes, I would have already had my Uber caught, because I wouldn't have been looking like, that was a true Issa moment, and she was so cute with her big eyes, so cute and not like looking around, but like I would have already not been able to see my phone, like, because the water, the lies, he would have turned around, I'm just playing, the lies.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain like amount of bet. I'd be like bet, cool.
She just got played by the other dude, cool. And so that would make me sad. I'm like,
we're never speaking again. That's a we're never speaking again moment.
I didn't see anything with the art walk coming up, because I was uncomfortable for so long. It took so much art for me to be comfortable. It took them in blue light for me to be comfortable. I love Black people under blue lights. Because I was really like, I don't even know why she did that.
And then Condola called, and that was all just, yeah, that's when that is the scene that's like, I really did not see them sleeping together coming, because
No, I didn't see it. I kind of felt like that was a bit of a force, but also it was like such a good romance. Like if you watch like romance content, it was so good. Of like, but what if I don't want to leave?
the fact that he said, I don't know, I would have walked out. See, there's so
Me
many
too.
the lesson.
You know how like those screen doors, like the type of screen door he has, it catches because it's like a child safety thing on there. I would have fidgeted with it like twice, like, I'm like, fine, stay. You can't even get out.
I'll break it through the screen. The lift is right out there. I just have to run. I just have to run to get in the lift. I'm yelling down, don't leave me.
Don't leave me.
And if he does leave, I'm putting it home.
Right around the corner. You have the adrenaline.
Putting it. Predictions.
I really truly do not know what's gonna happen. I really don't.
In my heart of hearts.
You're like, this love will never last.
I really don't think it's ever coming back up. Like, not for them to, like, with each other. Like, I can see her talking to somebody about it. I don't even know who she would talk about this with now.
She can't talk to Molly about it.
No, I don't mean Molly. I'm sitting here like, oh, her other friends. And I'm like, well, she doesn't really talk to Kelly and them like that. So maybe not. But I see him talking to Chad or somebody about it for sure. I see that.
Yeah, please do.
And then I see them being like in a room together and it not being brought up, but they just cool. Like,
yeah,
that's really what I see. Like, they just cool. He gets back with Condola and she's like, if that works for you. And then I do see her like still talking to Nate and just kind of figuring out her life, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I don't really see her in a relationship yet. To me, she got to get this money situation handled. I'm really still upset that she don't have no money.
But that's life. That's life.
I know it is, but I'm just like, but I don't know. Also, if they did get together, I mean, she floated him for so long.
That's why when she was ordering all that stuff, I'm like, order more. Order more. Did y'all get dessert?
I knew it too. At first, I thought he was mad because he was like, oh, you been here. That's why I asked. And then, because I didn't see that he was like smiling and was like, impressive. Which was also cute. I just love to see boys like sit back and just admire you and your strength and power and just be.
That don't last for long.
I'm looking at you for too long. He knew what he was doing. He knew what was
for long. He can't.
I literally was like, this man is a genius because his whole energy changed. Joy, I did not look at him from all the seasons, even past shows.
He was a bum. They wrote him as such a bum in my mind.
I'm telling you, he was like, let me embody this bum ass nigga. And then he I'm telling you, his undertones changed even. Like his skin changed. The colors of his lips changed. I was like, who is this man?
It's like the mannerisms. I never paid attention to his mannerisms before this episode.
I don't think he ever showed them, to be quite honest. He was depressed. He was like, how do I wallow?
Even when I saw him with Condola, and I guess he was on his grown man shit, it was just not fair.
It wasn't impressive because it kind of seemed like not thirsty, but trying too hard. Mm-hmm. So we didn't get to see him pimping. Like we didn't get to see the Lawerence that pulled Condola. We just saw Lawerence trying too hard, which I feel like has been what a lot of the show is Lawerence trying to be better. But now he was just like no context, just better. Paid. Until, oh no, he didn't. I was gonna say, did he ask her to pay for that last Uber? He didn't.
He did. She paid.
Oh.
Or did she say she?
He said, let's share.
And I think she said, I got it. With what money? Also, like,
you don't have it, and you need to take a box with you.
Yeah.
He's also buying art and stuff, but he hurt my feelings several times throughout the show. What if I didn't? Wow, that's brave. I'm gonna watch that scene back, pause it, and send risky messages. Like, let's shake the table.
I could not believe, like, what about that made you? I don't know.
Because she really was thinking he's gonna be with her and this won't happen again. I really believe that. Or he's gonna, even if like he could, if I leave, they're gonna be together because they're in this. And I felt that in it. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, okay. Also, last season, when they had that cute little moment at the movie thing, do you remember the movie in the park thing? It was her birthday.
Vaguely.
Okay, let me remind you. It was a movie in the park. It was her birthday. They had a cute little moment. He brought her like her favorite candy or whatever during the movie. And then they sat on a blanket together and talked for a minute. And she felt like that.
Oh,
you could tell she felt that energy. That's the same night that Condola and Lawerence met.
yes.
So I don't know if in her mind she's like, the last time we had a good moment and he went to talk or be with her or whatever.
Look at you pulling back. What is that called? Call back. Look at you.
So I don't know if in her mind she was like, this might be my last, like, we've been here before and I didn't win.
Lawerence seems like such a cab light lover type dude. Do you remember that from Sex and the City? Mm-hmm. Which is like a lot of dudes, it's just like if their light is on, he seems like a light is on type of dude. Instead of like, you sparked my light.
I just, whew. Okay.